are the types of samples? How can we get a sample of people? Let's look at some ways. First, a simple random sample. Members are chosen randomly, giving everyone the same chance of being selected. Examples would be telemarketing calls, where your number is randomly generated from software, or pulling names out of a hat. A simple random sample is the most accurate type of sample. A stratified sample is a sample in which the population is divided into groups and participants are randomly selected from each group. The key in a stratified sample, much like the stratosphere is a layer of the atmosphere, is that each group has a different characteristic. It could be age, race, gender, salary, location, and we want to make sure we represent each of those groups. So people are randomly selected from each group to make sure all of the different characteristics are represented well. A cluster sample is where the population is divided into groups, a sample of the groups are randomly chosen, and all the members of those groups are surveyed. In a cluster sample, all of our groups are very similar, if not almost exactly the same. This could be like different neighborhoods in the same area of town, or several classes in the same grade level at a school. We randomly choose several of the groups since the groups are fairly similar, and we survey everyone in the groups we've randomly chosen. In a systematic sample, members are chosen using a pattern or specific rule. The pattern or rule could be everyone wearing a red shirt, everyone with sneakers on, but typically it's numerical, such as every 5th or 10th person, or even every other person who walks in a room or is listed on a list. A convenience sample is a sample containing only participants who are easily accessible. An example of this would be doing a survey at a school and only using one class, a class that's easily accessible and only contains people close to the researcher. This is typically not a good sample. Last is a self-selected sample, where members volunteer to participate in the survey. If you've ever been stopped by someone at the mall asking you to take a survey, that's a self-selected. The pop-ups you get when you're shopping on a website asking you to take a survey when you're done are self-selected. And those receipts where they have the survey at the bottom, and if you go on and do the survey, you get a code for free stuff, those are all self-selected. Convenience and self-selected samples are always biased. They are the least accurate because we can't guarantee the sample will represent the population well. Self-selected in particular are usually biased because most people volunteering to take surveys have negative comments.